Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video we'll be talking about the British Army's light protected patrol vehicle, the Foxhound. Now I want to talk a bit about what the Foxhound is first. The Foxhound is a British MRAP. It's one of the smallest MRAPs in the world. If you don't know what an MRAP is, by the way, an MRAP is a mine-resistant ambush protected vehicle. Effectively, it's a vehicle that was used and developed for conflicts in Iraq, Afghanistan, now following on in Syria and other areas in the Middle East, to defend against ambushes and mines. So it's resistant to 7.62 bullets, and they normally are categorized by having a V-shaped hull that deflect IED explosions from beneath them, saving the crew but not necessarily saving the vehicle. Now, the Foxhound was rapidly designed for British Army for use in Afghanistan and went into service within 2 years. It replaces the Snatch Land Rover and larger MRAPs in Afghanistan like Mastiff and Foxhound, and is a highly mobile and armoured vehicle that is categorised by the fact that it has a 4-wheel drive system and a 4-wheel turning system. That means all wheels can turn, giving it great mobility and great speed. Now let's talk about the stats of the vehicle. The vehicle has a length of 5.32 metres, a height of 2.35 metres and a width of 2.1 metres. It has a 6-cylinder diesel engine that can generate up to 210 horsepower and has a max speed of 82 miles per hour. The Foxhound costs around 930,000 British pounds and can carry up to 6 personnel, 2 crew and 4 passengers. It's armed with 2 general-purpose machine guns that can be manned from the top and operated by passengers in the vehicle. Foxhound has a payload of around 2 tons and a weight of its own of 6.9 tons. So far, 400 vehicles have been delivered to the British Army and the orders have been completed, so that means no more vehicles are actually going to be arriving. The vehicle itself has a range of about 500 kilometres and has been deployed worldwide on operations by the British Army. It can be transported by a C-130, A400M, C-17 or slung load by a Chinook CH-47. Using its rear steering, that means using its 2 rear wheels to steer as well as its 2 front wheels, it has a turning circle of about 12 metres, which is a quite narrow and quite good turning circle for a vehicle of its size. The vehicle has a composite body with principles used in the construction that are similar to the construction of Formula 1 cars. A unique feature for a vehicle of this size is that it has cameras all around it that provide a 360-degree view during day and night time, which gives Foxhound the ability to keep its personnel inside while still keeping an eye on the outside. Let's talk a bit about Foxhound's history. The vehicle was ordered in 2010 after the British Army saw the peak of casualties in Afghanistan due to roadside bombs and IEDs taking out the previously operated Snatch Land Rover, which was not armoured and didn't have a V-shaped hull like Foxhound. The vehicle was ordered in 2010 and the first vehicles arrived in Afghanistan in 2012, meaning it's one of the quickest procurement programs for a brand new vehicle ever seen. The vehicle was used effectively in Afghanistan, having the ability to travel down narrow roads and corridors that large vehicles like Mastiff or Ridgeback or Wolfhound really couldn't. The majority of the vehicles left Afghanistan in 2014 with most of the British forces, but a large amount are still active in Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan, as part of NATO's Resolute Support Mission. There they take up the role of transporting any dignitaries and providing a quick reaction force to the town to defend it from any potential attack. The primary user of the vehicle is the British Army, who now use it in a light protected mobility role. This means that it basically fills the role of light mechanised infantry, having, I believe, 8 vehicles per platoon in a mechanised infantry battalion that has the ability to quickly respond to situations all over the world. A lot of these vehicles can be crammed into the back of a C-17 or now the A400M and probably even a C-130 and can be rapidly deployed anywhere in the world. Right, I want to talk a bit about the future of the Foxhound and what role it's going to be filling going forward, and this is the issue. The role of the Foxhound is slightly uncertain, and the reason of this is the Army's future multi-role protected vehicle program. It's basically a program to replace the remaining Land Rovers and any out-of-date vehicles that aren't already being replaced by other programs such as the introduction of the Boxer and now the Foxhound. This program is basically leaning towards buying the Joint Light Tactical Vehicle, or JLTV, from Oshkosh. It's one of the main new armies the United States Army is using, the United States Marine Corps as well, and has been seen in many different games and films and all of that. It's also an MRAP like Foxhound, but it's considerably bigger, and it has the benefit of having more weapons, but doesn't have as much crew. Now, here comes the issue. It is uncertain so far if the JLTV or whatever comes out of the multi-role protected vehicle program will actually replace Foxhound. But the range of responsibilities that JLTV would take on does very much fall into the same remit that Foxhound has right now. Yes, Foxhound can carry more personnel, but JLTV is armored better, and is a larger vehicle with better protection. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the program and what future Foxhound actually has. And I want to talk a bit about why Foxhound may be considered to be removed from service after it's only really been in service for around 10 years now. Foxhound is a great vehicle in terms of being quickly deployable, carrying a decent amount of crew, and nipping in and out of streets and small roads. But this is where the issue comes in. It's not very heavily armoured, only being able to take 7.62 rounds, which is what most enemy forces are using at rifle level, but it's suspected that any larger machine gun probably can penetrate Foxhound. It's not confirmed because the full details on the armour in Foxhound are classified, but it's probably quite likely. In addition to that, it also does look like the British Army can't actually mount a 50 cal or anything larger than that onto Foxhound. In top of that, it can't actually mount a remote weapon station onto it because of how it's designed. It's how likely the vehicle will probably tip over due to its high centre of gravity. Now, an interesting thing about this could change going forward. Foxhound, or a version of Foxhound, was actually submitted to the multi-role protected vehicle program, and the British Army hasn't fully decided yet. It's intended to buy the JLTV from the Americans, but it hasn't fully decided on what it wants yet. So it's very possible that the developers of Foxhound, that being General Dynamics now, have probably said, right, can we address the issues with Foxhound and see if we can make a better vehicle out of it? Potentially a bigger vehicle carrying more crew, or maybe a better armed vehicle, a better armoured vehicle. I'm really interested to see what Foxhound brings for the future for the British Army and what it brings to the vehicle. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video on the Foxhound. I've tried to list all my sources for both any research and video footage that I've used in this video down below in the description. If you want me to review any future vehicles or aircraft or vessels, then pop a comment down below, and thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.